the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So yesterday was a pretty slow news day. I had a fancy baseball draft, though, and with my first pick, I took that guy on the Tigers, Miguel Cabrera. And then I also got Joe Mauer with my second pick, which I was pretty excited about. This league is my money league this year. I think it's the only money league I have. And one of the interesting things about this league is it's a points league. It's an old school rotisserie league, not a 4x4 or 5x5 category league. So there's different things to prioritize. For one thing, there's an inning cap, 1,650 innings, and you get a point for a strikeout, a point for an inning pitched. You only get 2 points for a save, 3 for a win. So basically, relief pitchers are not that big of a deal, and closers are especially overrated. And so, well, I didn't draft any closers, and that kind of makes sense. You do have a couple of relief pitcher slots out of your 8 pitchers that you have to have. 3 starters, 3 any pitchers, and 2 relievers. So what you do is you look for pitchers that qualify as relievers but are actually going to start. And then that way you have your 8 pitchers, hopefully averaging 200 innings each, and then you almost have 1,650 innings. Maybe you get a 9th pitcher for your bench, but then the rest of your bench is non-pitchers. So, like last year, I drafted Phil Hughes because Phil Hughes was eligible as a relief pitcher, and he went on to win 18 games, so that was pretty smart. Of course, I finished in 8th out of 11 teams, so I obviously didn't do a lot of other things smart. So this year, it's another pitcher that used to pitch for the Yankees. I don't think he still does. Javier Vazquez. Javier Vazquez is considered a reliever. And another guy that you could have picked up was Carlos Zambrano, but I didn't get to him in time. Someone else snatched him up. But that's another example of a pitcher you could pick up that counts as a reliever, and in a league where, you know, if you're going to get your 1,650, you want strikeout pitchers. And you want pitchers, and this league also gives 2 points for a complete game, 4 for a shutout. So anyone it's a workhorse, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're increasing the chances that you're going to get the bonus points for a complete game, or shutout, or no-hitter. I forgot to mention the shutout. And also, because they pitch more innings, you don't need to waste a roster spot on a pitcher, because if you can get the same number of innings and strikeouts from a fewer number of pitchers, then you can use that roster spot for another hitter who will sit on your bench and play when one of your starters has the day off. Because no matter how hard you try, and yes, there's a limit for games played for position players as well, 162 per position, but no matter how hard you try, you're going to start someone when they have the day off, or they go day to day, or they get injured, or you go on vacation and you miss it. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. So what this is basically doing is giving you an out, and that's always welcome. So as I make this right turn here, yes, very nice, good job. So that was the draft, and nothing really notable otherwise. I got Jeter, which they always say if you get Tony Gonzalez as your tight end, then you drafted your tight end too early in football. If you have Derek Jeter as your shortstop, you drafted your shortstop too early in baseball. But truth of the matter, nobody was drafting Derek Jeter, and I needed a shortstop. My second baseman's Marco Scutaro. That's the only one I wasn't really happy about. I wanted to get Ben Zobrist, because then if I picked up a second baseman during the year, or if one of my players became eligible at second base, then I could move him to first or the outfield. Not that he's a good fantasy player in first or the outfield. That's not the point. Again, on days off, when you have that versatility, see, that comes in handy. But Marco Scutaro, who does play short also, so if Jeter gets hurt, then, I can put him in there. No, you wait there. You're going in reverse, BMW. Plus, you're in a BMW. One of the funniest things about people that drive expensive cars around here, and maybe this is true where you live too, I don't know, is that everyone is afraid to drive. And what I mean by that is they have a really expensive car and they don't want to pay to get it fixed, or they don't want to, risk that it gets towed or something. So when you drive a crap shack like mine, $2,800 2002 Saturn SL2, I can do whatever the fuck I want, because, I know I'm not going to hit anybody because I'm paying attention. Hell, I'm doing an episode right now. That's how much attention I'm paying. But, oh, that woman's wearing, yeah, short pants. That's what I'm talking about. Wearing short pants and walking to school. That was no woman. will not get into the objectification, but that was awesome. I should have yielded to her just for the walk by, but I did not, because she was not yet in the crosswalk and I did not know her intentions. Just like how she does not know my intentions with her. That's right. Maybe she's a teacher at the school. I don't know. I'm sure teachers can afford to live here. So at any rate, yes, the vehicles that are worth lots of money are driven by people that are afraid to use them, and so not only do they get poor performance out of their cars, leading to an unsatisfactory outcome, but I can dodge around them and drive, and oh, I've got a good whoosh. This is a whoosh, guys, so see this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did the whole thing without braking and without speeding. Now, how did that happen? I'll explain it to you. When you see 2 lanes at a light, and 4 cars are in the left lane, and nobody's in the right lane, and you look at the intersecting street, and their traffic light is yellow, you know you're going to get the green. And so you time it just right, so you enter the intersection when the light turns green, and you pass all the cars. That is a whoosh. Now, if I had entered the intersection right when the light turned green, that would have been like an A+ whoosh. That was like a B whoosh, because I was only going about 20, and the light turned green before I got there. But it was still pretty damn spectacular. But of course, the last lap was on me, because now I'm here, and of course, I'm stuck. And the 4 cars I passed, they're all behind me, and they're here too. So the net gain, not really measurable, but it was still pretty cool to do a whoosh on camera. And it is starting to rain, thus justifying my drive into work again today. This is the first time I've driven into work all 5 days, and that's because it's rained for 10 straight days. I've had enough. As it turns out, after tomorrow, it's probably going to stop raining, and after Sunday, it is going to stop raining for a while. So the light is at the end of the tunnel, and all of a sudden it's spring, so maybe it'll be nice and warm out. So we'll see what happens. But now you know what a whoosh is. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email Joel at joelshitshow.com.